You see it behind me. Y'all see what's going on. I ain't gotta say too much. Just take a look at everything right here behind me in the backdrop, in the background. This is what Quiet Minds YouTube channel is all about. This is the reason that you're here right now. You needed a mental break, need a physical break, a spiritual break on your journey while chasing and pursuing your goals and your dreams. It's important to check in with yourself and know when to take breaks and know when to rest. Quiet Minds YouTube channel. Today's topic is about taking a break, getting your wellness, getting your well-being right. You know, it's important to step out to places like this and just overall just relax. So what I like to do after a long week of working, a long day of working, is I come out here to places like this so I can take a break, so I can get my mental right, so I can get my physical right, my well-being right. It'd be mornings I come out here, I may take a walk. It'd be nights out here, I may come take a walk. Or I just sit here at the park, sit here at the lake and just kind of just relax and get my mind in order, get my mental in order. And sometimes, like, you need that spot. You need that space, you know, just to meditate, just to visualize your goals. The setting helps you reset. Having this setting to where you can reset gives you a sense of calmness, to where sometimes we can get lost along the journey, and we'll get lost along the way. We forget why we were pursuing something. So along the way, while you're pursuing something, the journey gets kind of crowded and blurry. And sometimes you got to just take a break, step back, and just reset. Sometimes you need to minimize some of the tasks. Sometimes you need to remove some of the things going on in your life so you can focus and lock in on something like this. Like, just take a look at that right there. It's real nice, real serene, real peaceful. You can hear the bugs, hear the bees, the birds, everything is just real calm, just real chill. But this is what Quiet Mind YouTube channel is about. This is what the Quiet Minds community is about. Just getting our mindset and our setting to the right place. So the thing about this is, there are topics and there are times where you might be overwhelmed with work. You might be frustrated. You might be bottled up and just, I'm just frustrated and I gotta just get away from my setting. Well, what I've learned is, in places like this, if you write, journal, and record your daily habits, your daily thoughts and movements, what you'll learn about yourself along the way is you'll know when exactly you should take breaks. For example, there's a certain period of work where I get kind of frustrated. I get kind of upset. I get kind of flustered with everything. But I know after a certain amount of days of working, I'll check in with myself. Hey, Kev, this is a time where you start to get frustrated with your work. You might be a little sloppy, a little messy, or you're not as efficient as you would like to be. So what I'll do is I'll schedule a few days off. And where do I spend most of my days? Resting here in places like this, just chilling. So blue heron right there. Just resting, having my days right here, just chilling. But what it does is it creates that balance. It creates that setting to where now I honestly know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it, and it's very healthy. It's very positive. This is something that all of us need. This is something that all of us should take a habit, or take heed. You need to learn how to be out here in places like this, and it's nothing to do, but there's everything that creates a positive impact, a positive mood about who you are as a person. You feel good about some of the things that you're accomplishing, even if it's small, even if it's big. You learn how to break your steps down and accomplish tasks along the way. But this is overall just a reset. This is overall just a spot where you can take a deep breath. It's a lot of open space where you feel like you can breathe. I know sometimes when I'm in the city, or sometimes I'm in work, just being overcrowded with work, or overcrowded with people just talking and a bunch of noise and movement, sometimes you can get irritated. And if you're not aware of who you are as a person, you might not know why you're being irritated or flustered or just frustrated with everything going on. If you take the time to know yourself and evaluate yourself as far as like who you are and what your limits are, you'll know and be aware when those limits are popping up. And then what you'll do is you'll take a step back regather yourself and understand, okay, this is why I'm getting to it. This is why I'm focused. This is why I'm locked in on the bag. And then you'll be able to move forward and be able to progress. And that's really what this is all about. Yeah, man, just take a look at this though. I really don't be having much to say. Just look at this. So beautiful, man.